defines success by how high he climbs, but how high he bounces when he hits the bottom. Hi everyone, I'm Syed Abbas from Year 6B2. Let me start with a small story today. Once upon a time, there was a farmer. He had a donkey. He was casually walking around the village alongside his donkey. But then suddenly, the donkey fell into a well. The donkey cried for hours as the farmer tried to figure out how to get it out. Finally, he decided the animal was old and the well needed to be covered up, so it just wasn't worth trying to retrieve the donkey. Then he called all of his neighbors to help him shovel dirt into the well. He did that, and the donkey realized what was going on and started to bellow loudly. But after some time, he suddenly went quiet. The farmer had to have a look at why the donkey was so quiet. To his surprise, as each shovelful fell onto the donkey's back, he just shook it off and used it as a stepping stone. He kept doing the same thing again and again until he reached the top, climbed out, and trotted away happily. What do we learn from the story? We learned that life is going to shovel dirt on you, all kinds of dirt. The trick to getting out of the well is to just shake it off and use it as a stepping stone. We can get out of the deepest wells by just not stopping and never giving up. Last year, March 2020, there was news of lockdown everywhere. By April 2020, about half of the world's population was under lockdown. All we heard on the news was death, death, and death. Initially, it was just news, but after some time, I heard many people I knew and had met lost their lives battling this coronavirus. It was saddening and disheartening to see our near and dear ones lose their lives. I was going into depression seeing all this. I felt overwhelmed by hopelessness and despair. Schools were closed. Everybody was isolated in their homes, which meant no friends, no relatives, no gathering, and no outing. Amidst all this, distant learning started. It was a new concept for all of us, and no one had an idea on how to connect on the different platforms. When we started online learning, I was very depressed and sad that I'm not able to see my friends, teachers. I also missed my classroom and break. It was very difficult to connect on the different online platforms and tools because no one had an idea on how to use it, and it was our first time. I was stressed out seeing all this. It seemed like, would it ever end? It felt like the world just stopped. It felt like time was an illusion. I didn't focus on my studies and my grades. With the help of my kind teachers and parent support, I managed to get better and better. There were also many other new online platforms to connect with friends. Now this was a new way of communicating with friends. My social circle actually expanded. Now I have many more friends. When one door closes, another one opens for us. But we are often so regretful upon the one that closed that we don't look at the one that opened for us. You know when there's nothing left to do but fight with all you've got? There's a word for it. Resilience. I did the same. I was resilient. I started feeling better. The hard days coming ahead of you are the ones that challenge you to your very core, and they determine who you are. The seeds of resilience are planted in the way we process the negative events of our lives. All these challenges that I faced helped me to discover my hidden talents and bring out my potentials to the best. When I compare myself from last year to today, you can see a timid, shy boy turning into a confident head boy of the Cambridge High School. I learned that we should always try. Deep within us is the ability to develop and grow. We are not born with a fixed amount of resilience. It's a muscle. You can build it up and draw on it when you need it. It is not always the same. No matter what you're going through, don't quit. The secret is to not give up. When problem seems more than you can bear, develop staying power. Do not set yourself short of what you're capable of. Don't tell yourself you can't do it. Tell yourself you can do it. Have motivational people around you that can always remind you whenever you fall that you can get right back up. Everybody who has done something great didn't just wake up one day and do it. They faced challenges. They got obstacles. They got knocked down. But what they had is resilience and the ability to bounce back. We see that we're also bouncing back and fighting the virus. Life will soon become normal. There is a quote that says, if we fight, we may lose. But if we don't fight, we've already just lost. Thank you.